Hey everyone, welcome to another session of Dan Plays Games from the Elder Times. I'm your host Dan, and I'll be playing games from the Elder Times such as Pool of Radiance, which I've been playing for a couple weeks here. First time I've been playing this game, so anything that happens online on the stream here is the first time I've ever seen it. New on Steam as of a couple months back, so I thought this was a good opportunity for me to check out what this 1988 Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game was like. And of course, I'm a huge D&D fan. So let's get back into it. Kind of taking it easy here on a late Thursday night here in New York. Get my handy code wheel here. Remember how to play a game that has no mouse involved. All right, get an elven rune. Little circle on top of a loopy thing. There we go. And the dwarven rune that kind of looks like a flag, at least in the digital version. Must be this, right? Okay. And then read the dash dot line, and here is the code word zombie. Great. Cool. Again, if you're playing this on Steam, I think they did crack the game that you can just hit escape and get out of that. But I like the full experience. I'm not using any side tools. I'm not using the Gold Box Companion to make it easier. I'm making my own maps offline, things like that. So I want the whole experience. So I'm going to load my A game here. And last time we were fairly successful. I was adventuring in the wealthy block across the river from the settled part of Phlan. 2 weeks ago, I tried to bust into the Temple of Bane. That didn't go so well. That was a TPK that week. So I am trying to level up my characters here. I have this NPC Durton, who's the top of my roster, whose chief quest in life is to recover the Temple of Bane and secure it. But I think I need a little bit more firepower before I can do that. Hey, William. Geez, you're up tonight. I'm not used to that, actually. Hope everything's okay. William has sent me a couple, if anybody's watching this, William sent me some great stuff that we're going to add on to the OED rule set, actually. So check my blog on Monday, and I'm going to finally reveal what William and I have been working on. And our Nathan F., good to see you tonight. Let's see here. So the important thing that happened last time is I managed to level up my dedicated magic user there at the end of the list, near Jarini, who is now 4th level. And when I did that, the second level spell that I picked for her was I picked a knock spell. I've been running into a number of places with locked doors that I could not pick and I couldn't break down. But the interface, at least, is always giving me the option of, do you want to cast a knock spell, which I didn't have until right at the end of the last session. So I think what I really want to do is I want to go around and get through these doors that I've been barred from. Specifically the library, right? I'm a big book guy. And it's been taunting me that I couldn't get into the library here in Pool of Radiance. So I think I'm going to go there, use my knock spell, get in the library, and see what horrible things are in there. Awesome. William, good choice taking the Friday off. Right. This is Labor Day weekend. Is that right? I track holidays so poorly. People always tell me, "Oh, what are you doing for this holiday?" And I'm like, "The what now?" So you don't be like me. Okay. So I think offline what I did is once I had experience for Near Jarini to level up, I think I levered her up. I healed up. I re-ammoed everybody. So I think we're good to go here. And I'm back in the inn in town. Is that too loud? Tell me if the sound effects there are too loud. That sounded incredibly loud to me. I'm gonna dial that down just a bit. Oh, actually, my headphones are way up. Okay, okay, then I'll undo the dial down that I just did. Thank you, Nathan. I guess I jacked up my headphones for some reason earlier today. Cool. Thank you for checking both. You know, we are on both YouTube and Twitch Live, so thank you for checking both. Let me see. The library, right? It's off. Right, it's off to the west, actually. So first of all, gateway to the slums, and I think, you know, I feel like the slums slightly tricked me about what this game is like, because the slums, I had to deal with all this mazy stuff, and nothing since has ever been quite as convoluted. I guess that's a good thing, but I do have to pull up my slums map to get through it. Maybe some of you guys have memorized this, but I didn't quite get to that point. Now, so I see the interface down there has knock as an option, but you know, I only got one knock spell, so I'm going to save that at least for a while. Can I pick it? Nope. Therefore, we bash it. And the whole slums area got me thinking that I could always bash down a door when I wanted to, but that is not the case elsewhere. Get through the stables here as usual. Okay, so here's the Kudo's Well area. I'm just walking through here. Here we are. Is the library south of this? Is that where it is? So there's Kudo's Well, and if I go down the well, I have a safe place to rest up, but I went back to town in order to level up. Right. Okay, so this is the library. Right. If I can find the front door. Okay, now if I go back to my initial plan, like a week or two back, my initial plan was to go in the back door. Yeah, okay, Mendor's library. And I've had a quest since forever to get books or tomes or information or whatever from somewhere. And the library seems like a pretty good option. And my instinct is to come in the back door, so I'm going to do that. There's the back door. Okay, so here goes nothing. Let me save the game just before I discover the back door is the worst thing I can possibly do. Okay, I'm just in case I'm mistaken, I'm going to try this one more time. So trying to pick it, that doesn't work. Trying to bash it, that hasn't been working. So here goes my knock spell. Great. Magic. It's good for what ails you. You enter a hall, which is, I'm in the library, I'm so excited. You enter a hall which is filled with rows of writing tables and high stools. Rotted mounds of parchment litter the floor. Okay. Just look around a little bit. Oop, who's that? Interesting. You find a fighter with a battered armor and wild eyes cowering in the corner. Yai! Mercy! Mercy! He cries. And then as suddenly, die! Die, you slime from the pit! Well, that's not good. This person needs a cleric specializing in mental health issues, I think. Okay, so I can combat, wait, flee, parley, ignore. Okay, so I'll parley. And I'm going to be nice, because this person clearly needs help. The man screams while frothing at the mouth. Don't go there! Don't go on the hill! The hill? Like where oh, he's blinking. I didn't expect that. I always, for some reason, these images, they're still for a while, and then they move, and it freaks me out every time. Don't go on the hill. You see the man is quite mad. Do you take pity and invite him to go with you? Boy, that seems like that's going to blow up in my face. Let me just write down this don't go on the hill bit. I assume that's important. All right, so I'm a big softy, and I'm going to let him join the party, which I'll probably regret later, but, you know, that's pretty much what this game's been like for a while. So yes, he looks reluctant and says, but his minions are there. He will come too. Do you insist he come? Oh, man. Nathan, this is clearly our protagonist, swordsman, traumatized from being abandoned. Yeah. Do I insist that he come? But I don't want to make things worse for the guy. Okay, my gut says no. My gut says this is gonna be worse for him. So I'm gonna say no. Just at the moment, I'm honestly just thinking what's best for this character. So I'm gonna say no because it seems like that would be bad. Oh, weird! And now it's throwing me back, and it could be another thing. What if I was sly? What would happen then? Oh, interesting. The man screams while frothing the mouth. He is wrapped in fire and so cruel. Well, that's interesting. So that gives me a hint at some point if like somebody can get like a resist fire spell, maybe that'll help me out at a key point. And also, I'm really hoping he's not a Baylor or a Balrog or whatever we call him these days. I'm assuming this game doesn't have Balrogs in it. I'm hoping. What if I parlay and be meek? What would happen then? Okay, same as sly. All right, good enough. I'm gonna ignore that guy. That he seems. I feel bad for him. Watching you warily, he inches away. When he is out of sword's reach, he scrambles to his feet and flees the room. Okay, that seemed like the best thing I could possibly get out of that guy. So I'm gonna look. That guy was in a lot of trouble. Do I have a map here? Yes, I do. Great. Amid the trash, you find a box which contains gold foil. Do you take it? Yes. Weird. 3 sheets of golds. Weird. There's nothing to pool, I assume. Oops, wait, that was a mistake. I meant, right, share. Pool and share are opposites, Dan. Gold foil. Interesting. I'm going to look at my movement because I just, I just accidentally pooled and then shared, which redoes my movement. Okay, so as long as nobody's down to 3, I'm okay. Okay, great. Let me look again in this space. Nothing. Pick it. No, bash it. You see a ruined room with rotted furniture. Human bones lie scattered about a desk. You see a jar under the floorboards. Wow, there's a bunch of stuff here. Do you take it? Yes. Wow, that's actually more experience than most of my fights. The party's found treasure. Each character receives 171 experience points. That's nifty. Ooh, a bunch of potions. No, I don't think I can ID those, I assume. I mean, so obviously they're magic. I think I have to. The only place I can ID those is back at town, I think. So, unless there's some other interface thing that I'm failing to find. A desk with 3 potions. That's interesting. Where else? Okay, I didn't look here. Oh, I guess I did look here. Okay. Amid the trash, you find a box which contains gold foil. Again? Weird. Weird. Yes, okay, there we go. Can I join these? Is that useful? 6 sheets of gold foil? Can I join these? I can't join these. I've never seen a use for gold foil in D&D. I don't know, maybe it's branding for the gold box games? I don't know. This room was once a study. It is now a shattered ruin. Oh, I've got search on. I didn't mean to put search permanently on. Although I guess it's been helping me. My intention here is to walk into a room and like use the one space search function like on the far end of the room is what I normally do. You have entered a storeroom full of supplies too old to be useful. Looking up from a table are 5 kobolds. Okay. Yeah, those are okay. I'm going to advance. They stand arms raised in surrender. Wacky. Advance, I guess. That's good. They plead for your mercy. Well, yeah, that sounds good. One of the kobolds says, if you share our lives, we will tell you all we know about this area. Will you spare them? Well, yeah. Information is key. You know, information is half of the battle. Knowing is half the battle. So, I feel like I just won half of a fight. They describe the surrounding area to you. You listen carefully, question them, and from this, sketch a map into your journal, calling it entry 10. Interesting. So I'm going to go over to the paper adventurer's journal here. It's entry 10. Interesting. A crude map sketched onto an old piece of parchment. Okay. So I see a map here that kind of looks like possibly a library area, and it's got 3 X's on it marked bad things. So I know there are at least 3 bad thing X's here. Yeah, it's a little. Thank you, Lore Pseudo. I felt a little bit uncomfortable with the gotta practice my stabbing action that's going on here. Let me write this down. So journal entry 10 with this map. Of course, I feel incited now to actually go where the bad things are. Is there like a children's book under that title? Like where the bad things are? I feel like that should be if it's not, it should be a children's book. It's a D&D branded children's book. Okay, that might be useful. Let me see if I can sync up this map with nothing that's on screen right now. Maybe it's someplace else. Interesting. Yeah, maybe, right. There you go. Where the wild things are. There you go. Maybe a sequel. Maybe a prequel. People are big into prequel. You know, I don't like prequels, but for some reason, there must be some kind of business case for them because they're very popular. Pick it. Oh, that worked. I'm not used to that. Good job, Roland. You see a chamber filled with rotted furniture and benches. Okay. I'm glad you agree, Lord Pseudo. I know the character's not going to die in the prequel because we saw them later. There weren't any doors over here, were there? Okay. What is this? You see a chamber filled with rotted furniture and benches. This is the same as the last place, eh? Seems like prequels just seem like such a bad idea. But inevitably, you know, if you have a movie and it's popular, but the character like dies at the end, right? How else are you going to bring back that character? Okay, so these small. You were in a small room having little more than a bench and a small desk. I guess that makes sense for like a writing stall. You were in a. Yeah. Okay. Oh, every time I hit look, it repeats that. Got it. Oh, the Amazon Lord of the Rings series started tonight. Isn't that like the most expensive thing ever made or something like that? Haven't they spent like $1 billion on that series or something? I'll be interested in seeing. Now, I will confess, I actually don't have Amazon or Amazon Prime, so a show like that I normally wouldn't be watching actually. So, but if someone watches it and tells me it's wonderful, I might rethink that actually. Well, this looks interesting. Oh, this is awesome. This is what I wanted. These are the library stacks. Old and moldering books are stored on shelves. A sign over the entrance reads history. Haha. Okay, so I'm going to... As you search the room, you scan random books. You find the Grand Historian's records of the arts of war. In it, you find a useful passage which you copy in your journal as entry 21. Well, that's cool. Records of the Arts of War. What does that say? Journal entry 21, a crumbling old book, one of a massive series. At this time, there ruling the Twisted Ones was a powerful general named Tyranthraxus. He strode before his armies cloaked in flame. Yeah, see, I don't like that. He strode before his armies cloaked in flame and led the riders out of the waste. At his hand, the kingdom of Bars was conquered. Turning south, he led his army to conquer the Horeb and the Vain. Tyranthraxus was a cruel man and leveled all that he had taken, murdering the princes of these lands. But the flame that surrounded him consumed him, destroying his body. Freed of its shell, it flew among the men of his army, lighting on each and claiming it. It was then when Baron Shot imprisoned Tyranthraxus in a vial of water, which shone like the light of day. This he sank in the watery depths of Lake Longreach, defeating the armies Tyranthraxus had raised. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we're getting the whole, like, watery theme going on, which seems like that'll be important. I think I've heard that name before, right? Tyranthraxus, that's not the first time I've heard the name in this game, for what it's worth. So that seems possibly critically important. Does not sound like a Balrog to me. Do you take it? Well, yeah. Does that show up on my... Okay, so it's not showing up on my character sheet, so I'm going to assume that's like a quest item to get the commission out of the town clerk, I'm assuming. So this is a sufficiently interesting area that I'm going to put the perma search on here while I walk around. As you search the room, you scan random books. Got it. You find various books which are so filled with myth that you don't find anything useful. Got it. So it seems like maybe this is what I'm going to get in every single space. I kind of dig this art act. This is a good job at making the library books, actually. So filled with myth. What you're experiencing right now is basically like Dan in a museum. Like, apparently I'm approximately the slowest person to go through a museum that anybody ever has seen. I like to think I'm very detail-oriented, which is why that happens. Okay, so that's it. Interesting. So I got the Art of War analog. Pretty happy with that. So it looks like some more writing stalls around to the left here. Let me check that out. You're in a small room having little more than a bench and a small desk. Yep. Seems like that's what we're going to see. Do you also walk in 90-degree angles? You know, this is going to be embarrassing, but you know, I am one of those people whereby the grids on the sidewalk, I actually do pay more attention to them than I kind of want. And I also pay attention to like the blocks on the sidewalk. Are they 3 feet square or are they 5 feet square? And does that match up with like the grid size that I expect from a D&D map? You have no idea how much time I spent thinking about that walking around. The other thing I discovered like maybe last year is that I can weirdly predict like how many steps it's going to be to something in the distance. I can go, that street lamp over there, that's 120 paces, and it's like right on. And the first time I realized that, I was like, did I just guess that? That is weird. Right, yeah, you're always estimating 10-foot squares too, yeah. My footsteps are generally quieter, yeah. These are library stacks. Old and moldering books are stored on the shelves. A sign over the entrance reads philosophy. That's great. I have a degree in philosophy. That's exactly what I wanted to see. That's wonderful. I'm hoping for some like existentialism, some Foucault, something like that. You find works on natural philosophy, theories of art, and the supernatural sciences. It is very boring. What? No. Oh, Pool of Radiance. Oh, you disappoint me a little bit. That's not boring. So okay. So that's very disappointing. So I'm committed to searching every space here. Probably I'm going to get the same thing. Yeah. Oh, how dare you? You know, maybe there's a copy of the Republic in here. That might be helpful if you're building a new city. You know, some Socratic dialogues. Of course, I just turned around by accident. Maybe. Yeah, it's a good point. Was I guess Yeah, I guess this was actually 1 year before I entered college, now that you mention it. So I am getting the hint that it's just the first space that you walk into that might have something in one of these stacks areas. Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, and that theory just got waxed. You find Urgen's description of darkness. This is an account of his imprisonment in the lower realms. Ah. There is a passage of interest which you copy as entry 19 in your journal. Huh. That's scary. That's like really creepy. That's standard. Like Dan comes up with a theory that is literally disproven before I can finish the sentence. That is classic. Journal entry 19. A black-bound tome written in a strange, halting hand. ... And settled foremost in the hall of minor courtiers were the lesser powers, Merum of the great spear, Hask, voice of Hargot, Terenthraxus the flamed one, Borum of the lake of boiling mud, and Camnod the unseen. These two fell down and became servants of the great Lord Bane. Now, so that actually... that kind of re-emphasizes that Terenthraxus might be some demon from the underworld. Minor courtiers who were the lesser powers. Servant of Bane. That's very Necronomicon-esque. Yeah. Also known as a future clip. Okay. Well, I'm glad I kept searching there. Do you take it? Yes. I wonder if this is the book that the fighter was reading that sent him into this horrible state. That's not boring. That's almost the most... the thing that I just found is like one of the most exciting things I've seen in the game. Trying to trick me. They're trying to trick me and not get a philosophy major. It's not gonna work, Pool of Radiance. Let me turn my search off here. Okay, I like that set of stacks a lot, actually. What is this room here? You see an empty room. The only feature is a series of frescoes on the walls of learned men and the heavenly patrons of art and learning. You get a feeling of peace. That's dope. Is that the only thing that's going to be here? I guess that's it. Where is this going to go? Oh, is that the front door? Is that the deal? I get it. Okay, so it's going to call that the entry hallway. Call that done. I mean, none of these are going to have anything, are they? I'm going to stop searching these. Okay, what is this going to be? These are the library stacks. Old and moldering books are stored on shelves. A sign over the entrance reads, Rhetoric? Awesome. Great. Oh, shit. Not great. Amid the litter of the room, you see a dull brown reptilian monster. Now that's a basilisk, for Christ's sake, right? Jesus Christ. Good Lord. Jeez. That could wipe me out with one. I'm so upset I dropped my glasses. Holy smoke. What can I do against a basilisk? I mean, it's too many hit dice to sleep. I mean, I can stinking cloud it, right? That's been working nicely against powerful monsters. Is that it? Just hit it on the head a lot? Can I get people back? Do they have a stone to flesh spell in the temples in town, right? Jeez. Boy, that's nasty. Okay, I'm not. Can I flee, or I mean, does flee happen automatically, or do I have to go into combat mode and then run away? Is that how that works? You know, I'm gonna flee. Actually, for the first time ever, I'm gonna try to hit the flee option. Actually, I don't like that at all. I'm gonna hit F, and I don't know if it throws me into the combat mode, then I'll just fight it. But I'm gonna try to flee it. Flee. Oh, that worked. Oh, okay. Let me write that down. Geez, there's a basilisk in the library. The northwest. I'm comparing this to the sketch map I got from the kobolds, but none of this looks familiar at all. So that's not. I don't think this map I got is about the library. It's someplace else. So that's that's scary. What about this one? Got to be some good treasure in there. Lots of philosophy books. Oh, you're trying to trick me, man. That's the basilisk wants nobody to discover the esoteric secrets of rhetoric. Okay, I'm glad the fleeing worked. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back with a fireball later and just like torch the whole place. It's boy, that was scary. These are the library stacks. Old and moldering books are stored on shelves. The sign over the entrance here reads, "Mathematics, yes!" Of course, that's my other degree. That's great. We're going to search this totally comprehensively. As you search the room, you scan random books. Don't say this is boring. You find essays on geometry, meta-magical math, cool, universal geometry, etc., but nothing useful. I'm really excited. There's gotta be something good in here. I mean, I already have all that. I already have almost all that. I guess maybe not the meta-magical stuff, unless you count Jack Vance's Dying Earth. Right? Yeah, I want that too. You know, if you read Jack Vance closely, you know, the magic is basically just math. Which feels very right to me. You know, it's funny, actually, right before I got online, actually, I finished an academic paper for a conference, actually, on game theory. I don't know if you never know if it'll be accepted or not, but maybe. I'm not finding any good book here. Ah. Well, that's disappointing. Come on. Huh. All right. Well, unless I searched all the way around the math stacks and nothing useful. Well, that doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right at all. Did I? Okay, so I'm just gonna walk in these writing stalls. Carols? What do they call it? Carousels? Carols? Yeah, thanks, William. If it ever gets published, you guys will all be very amused at what it's about. All right, very cool. Have a good night. Have a good weekend, William. See you later. Get by that basilisk. Oh, weird. You see what was once a garden, now weed-filled. The pleasant pond has become a swamp. Well, that's interesting. I don't know. Should I give hints? I mean, okay. The hint is we've done at least one episode about it on Wandering DMs. There's your hint. We did an episode about it this year. So sometime in season 4. One of the episodes actually spawned me to go write this paper, actually. So we have... How many episodes have we had on Wandering DM so far this season? Like, about 30? So it's one of those 30 topics. You know, this is interesting. I'm going to search this whole area. As you move through the garden, you see a strange green plant growth, which you recognize as green slime! Holy shit! Instant death. You carefully move around it. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Should I move? I'm wondering if I should move in the garden area. As you move through the garden, you see a strange green plant growth, which you recognize as green slime. I'm glad I was searching this. Okay, so I'm going to step into the garden area. Yeah, right. That's biologically sketchy, right? Slime molds and plants aren't the same thing. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, okay. Well, I thought someone was going to instantly die. Should I not be walking through the garden at all? Is that what I shouldn't do? Maybe I just got unlucky for a second. Huh. You now carefully avoid the green slime. Hell yeah. Jeez, should I just get out of this area? I was thinking I was going to search this whole thing, but man, if the whole thing is just green slime, that's a bad policy. Try. Well, okay, that pond there. Okay, the pond's in the center. Let me just go check the pond in the center is what I'll do. I'm hoping that, so now I have images of like a frog hemoth or something sitting here in the middle. Oh, okay, it just doesn't let me do it. Okay, that's fine. It's fine, it's fine. This is not seeming... Walking around green slime, it will just ruin your day. So I guess I have completed the library, right? Except for the space with the basilisk. Do I want to confront the basilisk? I mean, I don't have any brilliant... The only thing that would be useful would be the stinking cloud, really. Should I try that? Should I try to take on the basilisk? Pretty much just with the stinking cloud. Hopefully Neverwinter doesn't get petrified right off the bat. You know, and then of course there's the ruling of like, you know, does everybody in my party all have to instantly save because of the gaze? That's, you know, that's a major ruling for those things that have gaze weapons, of like just everybody just see it and have to save, or is it like targeted at one, or I don't know how they do that. You know, I mean, that's the only... None of that's going to work. I mean, okay, now hold person isn't going to work. You know, I'm going to try... Do mirrors work on basilisks? Thank you. And do I have one? That's a good point. Okay, Harton has a silver mirror. That's... What if I... Okay, Harton has readied a silver mirror. I can't do this, right? My hands are full. Okay, so he's got a silver mirror and the hammer. Great. Okay, that seems... Okay. I guess I did do that. Is he the only guy I did that with? I feel like I did that for my clerics or something. Interesting. Maybe the one will help. Let's try this. I probably don't want to come all the way back here just for this basilisk. So I'm gonna save this. I hope you'll forgive me if this goes horribly awry and I restore the game. I'm gonna try this. Okay, so my two things here are, hopefully the mirror will help that Harton's got. Hopefully I can stinking cloud it. And failing that, hopefully I can just, like, it's only one thing, and hopefully I can action economy it to death. So let's try this. It's rhetoric. Amid the lit of the room, you see a dull brown reptilian monster. That is a basilisk. It hisses at you. So I'm gonna combat that. Hopefully I can, I don't know, get the jump on it. All right. Well, there's Harton up first. Can I use the mirror? Can I use it? It's not happening. Can't turn it. Harton. Okay, so near journey is within range for the stinking cloud spell. 1, 2, 3, right. So, if I can just get her up. Okay, so Milman's got a bunch of sleep spells, which won't do anything. Now, a lot of the time with Rollin, like I pull him out of the fight, I accept a back attack in order to get 2 attacks with the bow. That seems like a bad idea right here. So I'm just gonna clock him. Good job. Here we go. Great. That is what I wanted. The basilisk is coughing. Oh shit, the basilisk gazes? Okay, so I guess he must have made his save, I guess? But missed, that's good. So Cadell. Wish I had more people with missile weapons. Nice. Good job, Griffith. Durden's casting. Probably... Oh, you fucking idiot. You cast hold person, a basilisk. Okay, so the basilisk is coughing and choking, right? So it's currently incapacitated. Yeah, it's helpless. Wait, so I can just kill it. Is that right? I can just kill it? Eh? Huh! Oh, shit. Thank you, Stinking Cloud. That is the only thing I had on tap that could have done that. Thank you, Stinking Cloud. That's a nifty spell in this game. Whew. That had me very worried. Now it seems like, fortunately, it seems like the gaze attack is just targeted against one thing, right? So I did not have to have everybody involved save, which, you know, honestly, as DM, I've actually inquired some of the people that originally played with Gary Gygax, and he said, yeah, everybody in the whole party get a gaze attack. They all have to save. So that's actually how I would personally run it myself, but. Fortunately, this Pool of Radiance is not being quite that hardcore. Nice. The party is 1. Each character receives 464 experience points. And let's see what we get. Okay, so 2 potions. Take that. A cloak and a clerical spell with 2 spells. Clerical scroll with 2 spells. You know, I'm going to drop that on Griffith is what I'll do. Nifty. And then no money, so I guess that's it, eh? Nice. Nice. There's a lot of potions. Okay, so now I'm gonna look here in case there's more treasure. No, I'm gonna save it. So I feel like I got a little bit lucky about how the initiative was working. And then I'm gonna search for rhetoric treasure. This is the first stacks that aren't giving me some kind of message every space. Interesting. Okay, but got some potions, got some magic items, a cloak. That's nifty. Turn off the search. Cool. All right. Well, that's, you know, that's one of my more successful, like, let's take a shot at this moments. Can I go out the front door? Oh, shit. What's this? Oh, shit. Well, shit. So that's why I went in the back door, wasn't it? Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Great. So of course we get our level draining specter. Damn. Okay. Well, this was very roller coastery. I was very happy, and now I'm not. Damn it. Is there any clever thing that Covell can do? I mean, that's not going to work. Okay, so just hit him with a longsword. And I need magic weapons, right? I need magic weapons to his Spectre, if I recall correctly. Just +1, I think. Did they drain 2 levels? They drain 2 levels, right? But I can hit him with a +1 weapon. Eh? Nice. Good job. Okay, so I blew the stinking cloud. I mean, what's that got? That's got haste. That scroll has haste and ray of enfeeblement. The darts aren't going to affect it because they're not magic. That's nasty. I don't think Nirjarini can do anything. I'm gonna throw darts at it just to confirm that that doesn't do anything. 32 hit points. Huh. Okay, so Griffith will turn. It seems like that's a tough thing to turn, but I will use the turn instead of forget about it like I normally do with my clerics. Yeah, can you turn it? Griffith turns undead. Nothing happens. That's kind of what I expected. Hearten. Gonna try to turn. I'm not even sure it's possible for him to do it. Turn. Maybe get lucky. Nothing happens. Alrighty. And I got to remember, even if I have a magic bow, that doesn't count as a magic to hit. So Yeah, he's got normal arrows. The short bow won't help. Maybe go for a backstab. Well, yeah, Eviner, that's... thank you. This might be the first time that that's useful. Do I need to change my armor or some crazy crap like that? Do I need to be in like thief type armor to allow the backstab, or does that work in chainmail? Yeah, I think you're right, Lore Pseudo. I think I feel like with a really great roll, maybe Griffith could have done it, but I think I might have needed like a 20 on a d20 or some crazy thing at best. Yeah, you know, yeah, let's... Okay, so Rollins got the broadsword. Actually, can I get in behind the guy? I guess... this counts, right? Let's try it. Okay, from behind. All right, I see that. Now, Malwyn, do you have... Okay, so Malwyn has magic arrows, which is why I carried this on. I think there was a point in the past where I tried to distribute the magic arrows among more people, and I guess I must have retracted that or something. And I can't trade... I can't trade in this interface, so I should have done that earlier. $32 hit points. Come on. That's good. Durton turns undead and nothing happens. Okay. Boy, Near Journey just doesn't have anything she can do. There's nothing she can do. I mean, I could walk around and hit it with a quarterstaff. I really don't want Near Journey to lose a level or two. That would super suck. Yeah, I am not going to do that. So she's just out of the fight, so... I don't know. I'm just going to say she's done. Right, so just... Right, Malwyn has magic arrows. Yeah. I'd love to hit it twice right here. Would be nice. Nice. Boy, she's... That's what we wanted. Great. Good job. Cadell. Yeah. Backstab? Okay, so it seemed like that... Rollin hit it, but only did 5 points, so I guess that didn't count as a backstab, I guess. Down to 4 hit points. We can do this. Okay, so Durton just hit for 0 hit points because he doesn't have a magic weapon. Griffith can do this. Griffith does a bunch of damage if he hits. Come on, man. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, so I feel like the Spectre's about to get a round coming up. You can do this, man. That's it, right? Sweet! Sweet! Oh man, I didn't take any hits. Holy smoke. Sweet. Whew. Okay. Those were two scary encounters. That could have both of those could have been really hellacious. The party is won. Each character receives 290 experience points. And that's why you go in the back door, kids. And no treasure, I guess, right? Just a guardian. Now, I don't have a knock spell, so... Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I've got to go out the back door. Whew, scary. Scary story. Nice. Okay, so Malwyn is down by, what, 3 hit points because of the green slime stuff. What should I do now? Okay, so the other thing I want to do tonight is I wanted to go to the Portal Plaza, right? And because there's a there's a locked door there that I couldn't get through. And I kind of wanted to see what was on the other side of that. Now, I'll have to get the knock spell back. Okay, so and Portal Plaza is north and west of my current location. So I can go up to Kudo's Well, I can rest up, get the knock spell back, and then I can go finish off Portal Plaza. At some point I should go back to town and probably I'll get my commission for the various books and notes that I got. You know, what'd be really funny is if the commissioner was like, well, what we really wanted was we wanted one of the math books. So climbing down into the lower level of Kudo's Well. Okay, do not climb back up the ladder right this second. No. Go here. Whoops. Dang it. Right, the south wall. And of course, this is the labyrinth type area that we cleared out earlier. So let's encamp. Get Nirjarini's spells back. Stinking Cloud helped us a lot. Knock helped us a lot. And that's all I've used, right? I mean, I guess you could cast Cure on Maelwyn. And then you can memorize it again. Plus, what did he... He cast Hold Person, right? Like an idiot, like a chump. So I'm going into... Okay, so there's a little end in the southwest corner of Portal Plaza. What could be there? Like, if it was like a spellcaster, would I need the silent spell? You know, I actually am going to take that. I guess I got punished enough by the Cleric of Bane. I'm going to take silence. Maybe that'll be helpful. And we can rest. You know, okay, so now I'm going to fix the thing I meant to do. So Maelwyn with her her +1 arrows, I should distribute that out a little bit better. I just think okay, so I'm just going to split it in half, and I'm going to give some of those over to Rollin. Yeah, that makes sense. So Rollin's using arrows about as much as anybody. So now I have a couple people that can launch magic arrows. That's nifty. Okay, so unless I'm forgetting something, I need to keep adventuring here. Yeah, good question, Lord. So Mace is the half-orc cleric leading the Temple of Bane, and I definitely did not get him. He TPK'd me 2 weeks back, and he's the primary thing I'm worried about, frankly. So trying to come up with some mechanism to take care of that guy, because he is a maximum level half-orc cleric, according to advanced D&D. So he pretty much single-handedly wiped up my whole party when I tried to take over the Temple of Bane. So I'm trying to, you know, have a couple bullets in the chambers for when I see him again. I could use, you know, Stinking Cloud's a possibility, Hold Person's a possibility, and I think I'd like one more thing. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. Where's the exit to Kudo's Well? I guess, no, that's not it. All right, I'm going to pull up my map, sorry. This map is just slightly glitched. Well, I mean, he did have 56 orcs with him. I mean, that was at least in running interference. And I think on that fight, I mean, among the problems I had was that, you know, because it's got 56 orcs and half of them all have bows, and I was having bad initiative rolls. So like every single one of my casters all got tagged with an arrow before I could cast. That did not help. So am I going to get an option here to like be sneaky, and or is that issue over and done with? So I'm now in the Portal Plaza area, and if I recall correctly, this locked door was, I think, here, I believe, right? I think it's this. Okay, so I'll try it again. So I'll try to pick it. That doesn't work. I'll try to bash it. That doesn't work. So I'm going to knock it. I mean, can I catch him with less orcs? If I could catch him alone, I'd be happy to pigpile him unfairly. Great. Magic knock. Like some kind of other temple-y type area. Look around. Look around. Looks like another shrine, I guess. A young woman comes forward. We provide help for those who can reach us. Are you in need of healing? Well, I guess I'm not, right? I guess I'm not. You can rest here as long as you wish. She then leaves. Okay, well, that's nice. This is a hidden temple of Il Mater. You feel safe here. Interesting. I mean, if I said yes, what would happen? Heal? Just kind of curious there. Oh. Oh, and they cast it for free? Oh, that's sweet. Huh. That's nifty. So they have neutralized poison. They have raised dead. Well, that's if I'm reading this right, that's huge. That's ginormous. We got all that stuff. Cure blindness, cure disease, neutralize poison, raise dead, remove curse, stone to flesh. I might need all that stuff. Now what I notice I don't have, again, is I don't have restoration to get levels back from undead drain. So still got to be careful about that. Really glad I didn't get drained by that specter. Fascinating. I'm going to exclamation mark that in my notes. That seems ginormous. Fascinating. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. And you can rest here as long as you wish. She then leaves. That is super. Okay, so I guess once I get in one way, it lets me get in. Oh, and then I need another knock spell. Got it. Every time I come in, I'm going to have to need another knock spell. Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. So I better not. So I guess I better not be in a rush. Like I better not be in a situation where someone's poisoned and I don't have the knock spell. I guess that won't be an option. Fascinating, but good to know. You're right. Really good point, Lord Pseudo. Actually, yeah, that basilisk wasn't so scary if you knew there was a free stone to flesh spell. Now I didn't know that, and if I had gotten stoned, then of course I would have gone back to town, and I'm sure I would have paid 1,000 gold pieces. Then immediately come back here, discover that there's a free stone to flesh spell, and then just sputtered and be angry all night. Cool. Okay. So that's actually I think I've explored everything in Portal Plaza. Let me just compare to that kobold sketch. Because the plaza here looks a little bit like, is it this? It's not that. Yeah, none of that stuff looks right. Okay, so where do I go now? So I should go back to town, check the commission, and then our next thing that I'd want to do is probably... I think I'm basically done with that wealthy block next to the temple. So then I would go to Covell Mansion and try to clear the thieves out of there, I guess. I guess that's my plan. Let's do that. I'm looking at this map in the Adventurer's Journal here. Boy, there's a huge castle on the north end, isn't there? Somehow I've never really thought about that. But... What? I do still have the textile house mission, you're right. Which is just south, actually, of Portal Plaza. That had all kinds, right? Yeah, I guess I'm a little shy of that because of the enormous amount of undead running around there. Is that where that sketch is referring to? Well, anyway, right now I want to check in on my commission. Oops, is that not the? That's the way out. And now I'm back here. One place I really need my maps. Bash it. Huh. Free healing. That's huge. Like a free raise dead spell? I can't believe that's available. Okay, so back to the settled part of Phlan, and it's the daytime, so I can get in the city hall. Proclamations are posted on the walls. Your journal, you note proclamation CLIV. Is that 154? That seems new. CLIV. Okay, proclamation 154. Be it known that the council has proclaimed a generous bounty for each undead killed. Be it also known that in addition to said bounty, the council is willing to provide a special enchanted item useful in the destruction of undead to any group of adventurers which accepts the commission to cleanse Valhigen Graveyard. Apply to the city clerk for said commission. Yeah. Now they clearly have a bug up their ass about Valhigen Graveyard, and why wouldn't they? If they've been. Is it really nighttime? Okay, let me go get my knock spell back as long as I'm sitting here. So at some point, clearly, I'm going to have to take on that graveyard. I've been kind of trying to avoid that for a while. Because the only thing I need here is I just need that one knock spell back. And maybe I'll need that in like the Thieves' Keep or whatever it's called. Rest. Great. I'm just going to rest another 5 hours just so it'll be daytime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Save it. I'm not dead yet tonight. And I should ID the all this magic stuff I've been getting too, right? I guess you could, right, you can ID scrolls. That's the thing I gotta remember. You can ID scrolls with the read magic. At your entry, the council clerk begins looking through a stack of papers. Before I can offer any commissions, I must see if you are due a current reward. I'm guessing yes. There is a reward for clearing the library. Here is your reward. Reading is fundamental, kids. Read a book. Each character receives 178 experience points. And some stuff. All right, so just money. That's fine. Share that around. The clerk speaks. The council will be amused by the descriptions. Here is your reward. It's a separate thing? Weird. Each character receives 64 experience points. That's nifty. Seems like two separate things. I guess I cleared the library, which is separate from getting the stuff out of the library, is what it sounds like. Sweetness. The clerk speaks. The records provide insights into much that was puzzling. Here is your reward. What? And there's more? Jeez. This is an embarrassment of riches. That's a lot of money. Share it. Putting down the papers, she says, I must bring to your attention the following concerning Valhigen Graveyard, of course. The undead are crossing the river in hordes and killing or carrying off our settlers. We've seen this before. The council demands these attacks be stopped. A generous reward is offered. Just document this. So they're willing to give an enchanted item versus undead. Fascinating. The clerk shuffles through her papers. On the matter of commission, she says, I can offer the following. A large group of thieves operates out of the old Covell Mansion. The council will pay to have them cleaned out. And that's kind of my next target, I think. Find the nomads and stop them from joining forces with our enemies, and that's a wilderness thing. We've seen that. A large tribe of kobolds is being recruited by the enemy. Make sure they don't join the enemy forces. That's new, I think. So that sounds like that nomad thing a lot, and therefore I'm guessing that's a wilderness thing. So large tribe of kobolds, that tends to be a wildernessy type thing in D&D, classically. These are all the commissions currently available. Well, that's very generous of you. Thank you very much. Great. So I think, you know, I don't think I've been using too many arrows or missiles, so I think I'm okay on ammo, but I do want to identify the magic stuff. So here's my arms and armor shop. Yes, show me your wares. So do I go, so to identify stuff, I think I go here, I go to the items, and then I can ID them? Okay, so ID the cloak, that seems interesting. Costs 200 gold pieces, yes. It looks like some sort of cloak of displacement. That's nice. So it works like a displacer beast. Gives, if I recall, it's like +2, I think, to AC and saves, if I recall. So that's pretty nice. Let me just share my money here. Pool my money, rather. Okay. So potions, I think I got to pay the 200 to identify them. Right? So I'm about to do that, unless anybody tells me there's a better way to do that in this game. That's gonna be a pretty good chunk of money, but I think I gotta pay it. All right, here I go. Stop me if I'm making a mistake with this. So I will ID this. Yes, a potion of extra healing. Another one. Okay, thank you, Avinir. Guess they're all the same type. Yeah. Then I got these two from a different place. A potion of giant strength. Nifty. And a regular potion of healing. Cool. Well, that's cool. Who should get the potion of giant strength? I feel like Griffith actually tends to like pound things the hardest. I'm going to give that to Griffith. And he's in the front line hitting stuff with his mace because he's a cleric, so. And so in normal D&D, I like if you got a bunch of healing potions like this, I like to have them distributed around so if somebody goes down or gets lost or falls in the river, they don't take all the healing with them. Which tactically one of the reasons I'm not clerics seem like a problem to me because then the one person goes down, they just lost all your healing. So I'm gonna hand these out to all the non-cleric people is what I'm gonna do. So I'll give this to Malwyn. Give this to Ron. I'll go to Cadell. Okay, don't give magic items to NPC because you can't get them back. I guess New Journey will just keep this. And I'm going to start wearing the Cloak of Displacement. Why not? Great. Great, and her AC is now like plate mail, which I love. Okay. Now the other thing is... he's got this clerical scroll with 2 spells, which I don't know what it is yet. So that I can use read magic on, I guess. So I guess I'm going to go do that. Is that it? I think that's everything I got right. So share the money back out. I'm going to briefly check my move rates because sometimes the money makes that go bad. Good enough. Okay, so I think I'm okay. Everybody's currently carrying around 100 platinum pieces. Yes. Okay, so how do I do this actually? So I gotta cast. Can I not cast magic? Okay, so I gotta cast a first level spell like this. Yep. Then I can memorize, read magic. This. Yep. Yep. And rest. Then I can cast read magic. Right? And then I should be able to see what that scroll is. See this? See, I guess I don't know how to. I guess I'm not using. I guess I'm not successfully using the read magic. I mean, maybe if I trade it over to Nujarini. Maybe then it will show up. So I'm not figuring out how to identify what that clerical scroll is. I suppose you can tell me what I should do for that. Maybe if I trade it back to Griffith and then ready it and then go look at it, maybe then it will. Okay, all right, okay. Maybe that's not a thing for cleric stuff. Cleric stuff, so weird. Maybe it's spells? Does it show up here? It doesn't show up here. I can ready it, and then I can look at use it. Oh! Wow. Okay, well there's the restorations that I've been looking for a while. So obviously, right, we're in the barrel to have to fight a giant horde of undead. Narrowly avoided losing levels from that specter there. So here are the 7th level restoration spells I've been looking for. That's important. That's critical. You know, I'm gonna grab my player's handbook here. And my question is, does that just give you one level back, or does it give you like everything you ever lost in the past? Restoration. Okay, looking at my advanced D&D book here. When this spell is cast, the life energy level of the recipient creature is raised upwards by 1. This assumes that previously you were drained by some force or monster. Okay, so you just get 1 back each. So if I got drained by a specter, I'd have to burn both of those to get it back. Yeah, in AD&D, you can definitely use spells, right? You can use. You're not limited by what level you can cast with a magic item like that, I think. Because otherwise you wouldn't. I mean, otherwise, to my knowledge, you would never be like in this game. You would. It's not possible to have a caster high enough level to actually cast that. What is that in my DM's guide? Okay, so scroll. If a spell user acquires a scroll with a spell of a level not yet usable as a caster, the spell user may still attempt to use the spell. The chance of failure or other bad effect is 5% per level difference between the character's present level and the level of magic user at which the spell could be used. So, well, that's interesting. I'm glad you asked that, because actually now that this makes a difference between which of my characters should possibly cast it. I mean, so by the DM's guide, I mean, so for 7th level, you have to be like 14th level caster, I guess? 13th level caster? So according to this, like if Griffith is like 4th level or whatever, that's a difference of 9 levels, and would be right 5% per. Would be like 45% chance for it to go awry. Anyway, so at some point I might have to use that, and I guess we'll find out whether they're using that rule or not. Interesting question. Thank you for asking that. Yeah, right. In 1st edition, there is a chance of failure. 5% per level difference between what you ought to be. That's interesting. Obviously, they got rid of that in later editions, so I tend to forget about that. Fascinating. Okay, but it's an option. And there's no restorations in the temples, so that's actually your only option for that. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. This is my first time. I mean, I can easily imagine them going either way with that. It seems like I'm actually generally impressed by how many of the little details of advanced D&D they've worked in here. But I could imagine them dropping that. I would myself. If I was developing the game, I probably would have dropped that myself, actually. So. You always reloaded when you got trained. See, that rule is definitely not in BX. I'll take that to the bank. That's the kind of thing that Moldvay wiped out, and he was a great editor. He was a very tasteful editor. So it's definitely not. I'm pretty sure it's not in BX. Okay, now I just made myself doubt what I just said. Now my video game stream has devolved to me looking through all these books like I normally do. Yeah, that rule does not seem to be in BX. I think it's only in advanced, which is why they call it advanced. There's more rules. All right, that's everything, right? So. Right. That was a sleep I used, right? I think. Okay, so I think I'm all set. Let me look at. Let me scan through and see if anybody can level up. Actually, just by memory as usual. So, cleric 1500, 0, 1500, 3000, 6000, 12,000, 24,000. Okay, so no. 0, 15, 13, 6. No. So fighter goes 0, 2, 4. So no for Cadell. Now, I mean, Cadell was drained earlier, right? Cadell was I did actually lose a level from Cadell like a long time ago. I mean, would Restoration get that back now? I don't know. I'm not going to burn one of the restorations just in case that doesn't work. So Rollin was it 0, 12, 50, 2500, and then 5,000. Okay, so the magic user would be 2,500, 5,000, and the fighter is 0, 2, 4. Okay, so that's where we are. Cleric 0, 15, 3,000, and then 6,000. 0, 25, 5,000, 10,000, right? Okay, so nobody's leveling up. I'm just wondering who should be carrying that. I mean, so Griffith is Griffith's the same level as Harton now. I'm gonna have to remember that because Harton's newer to the party. So I'm actually gonna give the scroll to Harton. because he's hanging out in the back rank. And he actually might start leveling up faster too, because he's single class. So he might get better and better at this, while Griffith kind of lags behind. So okay, let's call that a day. So how about the mansion? How about the Covell Mansion with all the thieves in it? I wonder what that... I cannot figure out what that kobold sketch is referring to. I don't know what that is. Okay, so let's try... probably about to have another half hour in playing me tonight here. Currently after midnight here Thursday. So let's go enter into Covell Mansion and see what we can do there. I like how this game, you know, does a good job of like how it handles unlocking different different sectors. So here I'm taking a boat over the river. The harbor master tells you boats leave for the west, the east, so-called keep, and the north side of the bay. I want to go across the bay. The west, the east. Of course, that's the only thing I've ever done here. I wonder where those other places go. Catch the boat at the end of the pier. Board my boat. And so once again, in this little picture here on the kind of on the far left is where we're going. So I could take the north entry into Covell Mansion or south entry into the wealthy part, which I've already been. So I'll go north. All right, let's take a look at Covell Mansion. So that must go outside the city, I guess. Okay, so a couple. So basically one giant block, kind of like the library. That's an interesting little area. Just going to scout out the exterior here like I like to do. Lovely ivy-covered stucco walls. Really, I love what you've done with the place. Okay, so there's only entrances on the two sides. Okay, let's try this. I'm just going to save it before I go in. Possibly get jumped by a giant number of thieves. Yeah. I'm going to pick that door. Oh, it worked. Oh, that's like that's a lot of doors. That's a ton of doors. Here we go. As you enter the room, a thief with a sword comes out of nowhere. He tries to attack the party, but you stop him. What will you do? Now, I mean, I would talk to him if I could, but my only options are attack him or let him go. I don't see any upside to letting him go. That seems like he's just going to come back and backstab me again. I don't see any upside. If I could talk to him and say, hey, do a thing, I think I have to attack him. Oh, man, that's... What? It's brutal, man. First level thief. He hit me for 8 points of damage. It's kind of... You talk about a glass cannon. Okay, so I'll take the one long sword. 5 silver pieces. That's crap, man. Okay, so Rollin went way down. It was like 8 points. Is that what it said? I will cast Cure Light Wounds on Rollin. Yeah, poor guy. Yeah, he was shirtless, right? What is Rollin's max hit point? It's 14. Boy, Rollin just like has terrible. I only got 1 hit point back. Is that what just happened? Rollin is like completely cursed as far as hit points go. It's like completely insane. Anytime there's any question about how many hit points does Rollin get back, the answer is always 1, inevitably. Did you just see that? It happened again. He just got 1 hit point back again. That's Looney Tunes. Okay, now that worked. Did Rollin get hit by like a mummy in a prior life and not be able to heal up properly? Is that guy is so unlucky. God, one stupid first level thief, and I had to burn 3 Cure Light Wound spells. I'm glad that amused you, Bastille Longborough. I'm broadly assuming I'm going to continue to get jumped by other thieves. Like this guy, probably. As you enter the room, a thief with a sword comes out of nowhere, backstabs a party member, then disappears through the wall. Oh, weird. Griffith is hit for 4 points of damage. Okay, so I'm going to assume that Griffith can take that. Weird. And that guy got away. Here. I wonder what they meant by went through the wall. I mean, are these walls? Can you just walk through these walls or some crazy thing? Yeah, that's more thief-like, more successful thief-like at least. Okay, I'm gonna try to be a little bit comprehensive here. So there's a room to the north I haven't been in yet, so I'm gonna check that out. Pick it. There. So that's the entry hallway. Go back down here. Anything? So going south. Not getting any descriptions of these rooms. Is there a door here? No. Hallway. Pick it. Bash it. A scything blade drops across the doorway, damaging one of the characters. Cadell is hit for 2 points of damage. Okay, that's not too bad. I think I lucked out on that one. Now I'm hoping that these traps only go off once. Like if I come back through here. I don't know if it happens again. You see a wide collection of rugs and tapestries. 2 of them look extraordinary while the others look average. Now those tapestries tend to be very heavy. Okay, so 26 huge tapestries. That seems to me like here's something that's just going to burden you down. The 2 fine tapestries, I'll take that. I can't. Now, once again, near Girini is like, I mean, okay, what would happen if I traded away all my money? Like to Harden. Exactly 100 platinum, and then I went to take the tapestries. I cannot take them. I mean, unless I can get rid of other stuff. If I trade away the longsword. I mean, this other stuff doesn't really add up to much. I mean, if I can't carry it now, I can't take it. So maybe I needed like a fighter with like a 18 slash something strength, and then I could take this round. As far as I can tell, I cannot actually take even the nice tapestries. I mean, I could. Near Girini is surprisingly my strongest character. So I have intentionally been plus, or I should say, she's at least as strong as anybody else. So without carrying any armor, I've been using her. Yeah. So Near Girini and Griffith are surprisingly my strongest characters. And she's carrying practically nothing at all. So she's definitely my best option. I mean, none of that stuff. I mean, what if I unready this and just temporarily trade that away to Harton? I mean, trade the jewelry? And this other stuff doesn't add up to anything. Trade the sheets of gold? I'm going to take one more shot at this. Oh, that worked. Oh, geez, I didn't expect that. Okay, great. Glad I tried that. So now, there's more money, right? Oh, yep. Okay, that's clearly garbage. Clearly, I'm not going to. I'm having trouble taking 2 tapestries. Never mind 26. So get out of this. Do not take the garbage. So now, of course, Near Girini is burdened down to movement 3, which I hate. I don't like that. I get, maybe I should. So at this point, maybe I should go back to town and at least get rid of those tapestries. Okay, so this is the point where you don't push your luck any further than you've already done. I don't want her to be without weapons though, so I'm going to have this. I'm going to trade this over back to her. She's overloaded. What if I have this and give her 12 darts? That worked. Is he overloaded? Yeah, he's down to 3. She's down to 3. Okay, so once you're overloaded like that, you want to get out, I think. Search this, search this. So my goal now is get out of the mansion with my stuff and get back to town. I don't think I've explored this room. So here I am doing the wrong thing. I'm just gonna explore this room to the right here. Your party detects a trap. What do you want to do? Interesting. That's the first time I've got that. avoid trap or disarm trap? I mean, is this automatic or do I have to? I mean, you know, remove traps is a standard thief skill. So it seems like maybe avoid trap, I just walk away automatically. Disarm trap, maybe I need to roll for that. I'm going to go disarm trap. Disarm trap. Who will disarm the trap? Well, obviously Rollin. It's my only thief. The party hears the cracking of glass. A poisonous gas fills the air. Fuck. Usually is hit for 1 point of damage. I mean, is that it, or is this going to keep happening? Probably going to keep happening, right? So get out. That was my plan. Ah, geez, there's another room up there, isn't there? I'm pushing my luck. Pushing my luck. Okay, I'm not getting further poisoned, so. No, that didn't do any good. Well, the poison was literally just 1 point to one party member. Your party detects another trap. What do you want to do? So I'm going to avoid this one. Maybe that works better. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, is that the only door here? So avoiding seems to be doing better than anything else. Have I gotten myself lost again? Bash that. Bash it. Okay. So managed to get out. So now, yeah, so now I just go out the door here, right, and then take the boat back. You're on the eastern edge of the city. There are north and south entrances in the city, but I want the boat to go back to town, mainly to get rid of these tapestries. Great. Is it daytime? Ah, it's nighttime again. Nope. All right, let me just burn the time off. Great. So here's the arms and armor shop. Can I sell tapestries here? So appraises for. Do I appraise tapestries? I guess I'll just sell it. I'll give you 250 gold pieces for your 2 fine tapestries. That seems like not very much for the pain in the butt it is to get the carry them out, but I'll take it. And then I have a whole bunch of other garbage I got to deal with. So then there's this. I have to. I'm going to hand back the other stuff. Oh, right, that longsword, right? Geez, what's the chance that a first level thief has a magic sword? You know, let me just sell it and I'll pay attention like how much he's offering. Yeah, 4 gold pieces. That is not magical. Blam. Join the darts back up. I don't think I've ever used this dagger. You know, it doesn't let you throw daggers, so I'm actually going to sell that dagger is what I'm going to do. And the rest is nice. Okay, so I guess I can heal up for next time. So that, I think, is where we're going to leave off for tonight. So it's just about 1 in the morning here, late night New York time. So that was a successful night, right? I think I'm doing better, frankly. So managed to clear out the library. Might have gotten a little lucky with the basilisk and the specter there. That could have been worse, but I didn't actually take any hits from either one of them. So I'm happy to have that in the can. Found the extra healing in the corner of Portal Plaza. Now that's not an enormously convenient place to get to, because that is on that secret healing temple is on the far end of the city. And you need a knock spell to get in, but that's nice. And then I guess if I'm smart, next time in Covell Mansion, I will memorize Find Traps, I guess, and use that if I'm going to get hit by poison gas and scything blades and all this kind of stuff. So that seems like probably a good idea for next time. Yeah. Cool. Get out of here and just encamp and save it. Yes, she will. And I will save the game. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I certainly need a break here Thursday night. Hope you have a good weekend going Labor Day. Paul and I will be back with our normal Wandering DM show on Sunday. Paul is wandering for Labor Day. He's out of the country, so hopefully we'll be seeing him from a distance in the field. And we're going to have a discussion about languages in D&D. And there's a lot of different ways you can go at using languages in your game. We've had some pretty good experiences in the past. And it's interesting, a lot of people have, probably D&D doesn't have a very realistic handling of languages. Is it good to have it really simple? Would you want to bring in more realism to how much people do or do not know a language? So we'll be talking about that on Sunday. If you're available, feel free to jump into the live chat and tell us about how you handle languages. Yeah, I guess we should talk about alignment languages, actually. I think, for example, I think Paul just strikes them out. My initial take on the alignment languages, they kind of sort of made sense when you only had 3 alignments. And then when you become 9 alignments, it starts to become less coherent, would be my initial stab at it. So yeah, we should definitely talk about that. And then I will be back next Thursday for more games from the Elder Times, and I'll try to clear out Covell Mansion maybe at that point. I guess at that point the decision is, do I go back into the Temple of Bane, or do I clear out the textile house with all the undead there? Which I guess itself is a primer before I get the Valenham graveyard later on. So that's what we'll be planning to do for next Thursday, as I think I'm getting better. I think it's been 2 weeks since I've had a TPK. The show is totally different all of a sudden. Yeah, I agree with what you just said, Laura Sudo, about alignment languages. It's a key part of original D&D, and it's very problematic. I totally agree with you about that. Absolutely. So thank you guys again. So much more fun to have you guys giving me some great advice as I go through Pool of Radiance, and I'll be really looking forward to seeing what I can do next time. So thanks a bunch. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you Sunday, and if not then, next Thursday. Take care, everybody.